Dynasty Combat Sports. And now introducing first, fighting out the Nebraska Lottery, blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5'11", weighed in 185 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 13 wins, 5 defeats, representing Bomb Squad. And fighting out of Howells, Nebraska, Specer Risch. His opponent across the cage, fighting out the Nebraska Lottery, red corner, is a striker standing 5'10", weighed in 185 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 2 wins, 0 defeats. Representing Minter Great Performance and Fitness, fighting out of Auburn, Nebraska, Nick the Hothead Sapp. Referee still Rob Lewis.
So fun fact, for some of you that know Nebraska MMA, Specer Risch's cousin is Jordan Johnson, who had a long pro career here in the state of Nebraska. Fun Titan, too.
Interesting. Specer Risch is in the black and red shorts, and Nick Sapp is wearing the red and white shorts.
Already off to a good start. Similar builds to both guys, really. About the same height. Specer a little bit more muscular. A lot more stand-up from Specer than usual.
They're exchanging pretty well here. It's actually looking pretty good so far. Not the cleanest exchanges, but
I will say both guys look like they got bricks for heads. So we're gonna good leg kicks. Like I said, Sapp for only 2 fights. He's very pretty polished for his striking.
So
good count. Oh, just as Nick hit a good counter from Specer with the kick.
I was going to ask, so with the leg kicks, I mean, where are you trying to hit a leg kick? You know, yesterday we saw a fight-ending kick with it to the knee. You know, we're seeing some to the ankles here. You see a lot of them to the thigh. Where are you trying to target those leg kicks?
And, you know, I think some of it depends on how your opponent's standing. Last night, Raymond Gray was crossing his feet a lot more, so I think Brian was able to get behind that knee and get that where he had that issue with his leg. Lately, you're seeing the come up of the calf kick. Guys, you've had a little bit more quick success with the calf kick, where it takes a little bit less.
Well, and you hear a lot about you hear a lot about, especially with the leg kicks. You know, do the work and just keep hitting the same spot, and it will pay off in the later rounds.
Yeah, truthfully, I agree with that. You know, whatever you're hitting with, make sure you hit the same spot, and then the other thing is hit with your shin. You hear a slap, you hit with the foot. Not nearly as effective. If you're going to kick, whether it's the thigh or the calf, you're going to want to hear either a thud or nothing at all.
Man, I'll tell you what, I've seen those Muay Thai guys train.
Good. Good clinch.
And when they're working up and down telephone poles with those thighs, those shins, you know those guys are well conditioned to take that beating.
Yeah, you pretty much just don't feel below your knee. Really impressed for this first round. Really happy with how this turned out.
There's some good exchanges. I mean, I've been pretty happy with, and they're throwing them in bunches too.
Yeah, decent combos. If I'm Specer, I'm looking for that final kick. He's usually coming in on finishing up with a head kick.
Ooh, I like that.
Good come off. Ooh, kind of caught the knee on that coming in.
You know, after looking at especially that last 30 seconds of that last round, I'd love to see Specer working that clinch a little bit more. It seems like he gets in that clinch, throws a knee or something, and then pushes him away. I'd love to see him working that. It doesn't look like Sapp has any sort of defense there in that clinch area.
You know, I agree for the most part. He had really good getting that Muay Thai, that plum clinch.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this fight is brought to you by Modelo.
So who do you give that first round to?
Man, toss up really. I mean, who do you give it to?
You know, I think that Risch looked a little bit cleaner, especially in the ending of the fight, the round there. It's a tough round, though. I think I'd give it to Risch, though.
I probably would for the end, specifically the end, coming up on that rear naked. Couple good combos. He finished with that head kick that kind of ended up with the knee coming to the head, but dead even up until that point. pretty much just giving it for the final sequence. They both seem to be. They're having a good time, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to keep this pace. And they are throwing some power. The one thing I'd like to see him come off the kicks just a hair bit more. Set the hands and then finish with the kick. I think you're seeing him getting countered with overhands a lot. Ooh. Calf kick's starting to fade a little bit on Nick Sapp.
Set it up there, though. Jab it into it. Hey,
Oh, the overhand is fighting the home. He cut him with that.
dirty, let's go. Hey, there we go. Keep right there, Nick.
He's giving up this arm triangle. I think he's fading a little bit.
Hey, get that. Hey, get your head on the arm on the other side.
He's going to tap to this arm triangle. Good finish from Specer. Good fight from Nick, man. I think he just needs a little bit more cardio. I think he kind of faded. Props to Nick, though. He really had to come up coming against an opponent with quite a few more fights than him. And I mean, he's been in there, too, with a lot of guys that are pros right now. You know, Eric Daigle is a name that I've seen him fight before. Fought Wayne Sullivan twice, knocked out Wayne Sullivan.
So I stepped away to talk to the promoter for a second. What did I miss?
Specer finished up with a bylock takedown to an arm triangle. So I think, you know, Nick just kind of faded towards the end.
Okay. I wish I had a replay or slang to look at, but we're too far out at this point, I think. So.
It happens. Catch the replay on Dynasty. If you're watching now, I'm pretty sure these are available for a long time. So tune back in tomorrow when the full video's online.
So, hey, they mentioned between the fights last time. Okay, we'll talk about it after we get our
Ladies and gentlemen,
finish
your
here.
referee Rob Lewis called the stop of the fight. 1 minute, 3 seconds into the second round, declaring your winner by tap out into arm triangle, Specer Risch.